Welcome back to all our friends, family, and yes, even our foes. To the Foxx Den Sports Podcast, where Todd and his sports-passionate kids are ready to bring you the latest updates and insights on all things sports. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Foxx Den Sports Podcast. I'm your podfather, along with Kellen the dog and the Dens of Horse of Clay, Bench McDonald. We're here to go over Saturday, 2:30 p.m. in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Number 11, Oklahoma, heads to Bryant-Denny Stadium. Take on number 4, Alabama, in a classic SEC slugfest. Sooners lead the SEC in defense, while Alabama has one of the top offenses in the nation. So it's a strength on strength. Brent Venables' defense against the Alabama Crimson Tide's offense. So we're going to break it down for everybody. And then I'm going to have a little version here later on of what I call keeper cut. I'm going to ask some questions on here shortly. So just going over, the Oklahoma's defense has given up 14.1 points, which is ranked 7th in the nation. And we're ranked 7th also in 264 yards given up. Alabama, they're one of the best offenses. They've got a deep tradition, strong resume, built again this year. So we'll see, built again to win it all this year. After that Florida State game, I thought they were toast, but they have really, really rolled since the beginning of the season. So let me ask you just a few questions. We'll go into the game. As of right now, what does Oklahoma do best, and what are they most vulnerable on currently? What are your thoughts?
I think the best, I'll come up with 3 things so I don't say them all. They're probably the most obvious. Run defense. I'm going to say field goal kicking. And I'm going to say yards after catch on receptions.
Dog, what do you think we do best? You agree, obviously? Probably?
I mean, yeah, I agree. I think we're also pretty good at pressuring the quarterback. I think that is really kind of what won us the game with Tennessee, getting him all flustered. So I think our quarterback pressure is one thing that really sets the tone for our defense.
Where are we vulnerable at?
I think our run game's still not quite there yet.
Right.
Feels like we give up a lot of 15 to 25-yard passes across the middle. And those are the ones that seem like I don't know what. It just keeps happening. We got 2 really good safeties, 3 really good safeties, and they're just never in spots. So it's obviously the type of defense that we have, but it just seems to be our biggest spot.
Joe?
I feel like defensively we really struggle on third down. Even when it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 plus, you'll see them, like Clay said, nice pass down the middle or quarterback scrambles somehow. And Alabama's pretty good on 3rd down, so that's going to be an interesting matchup.
I'll tell you, I think, for one, our offense, and you guys know this, is inconsistent, to say the least, extremely inconsistent. And the fact that our defense can't get a whole lot of turnovers, I think that's an issue with our defense currently. We're one of the best defenses in the country, but we just having a hard time getting turnovers. And Alabama, I think they've thrown 1 interception for the year and maybe lost 5 fumbles, I believe is what I saw. So they're not a team that's going to turn over the ball quite often. That's 6 turnovers. They're I think 8-1. So they're not turning the ball over very often. So that's how I think we're vulnerable as well. I can't say that daggone word. It's hard, but regardless, that's my opinion where we're at. Can our defensive strength overcome our shortcomings that we have on offense and win this game?
Well, there's no doubt. I mean, that's how basically so many mistakes we made against Tennessee offensively, time management, just a lot of mistakes. And it still ended up winning the game because we did get a few turnovers. We did make timely plays. We did have pass rush. We did have good special teams throughout the whole game. And so, I think most definitely we can. I think Alabama is playing better, and I'm sure most 95% of the people in America is going to pick Alabama to win. But I also think that things go amiss the wrong way or the other. I mean, a turnover or 2, like Kellen said, getting into Aguilar's face in Tennessee, do that to Julian Sand. He hadn't had that all year. He throws a pick here or there, but I mean, Aguilar changed after he started. I mean, once we hit him and he fumbled that ball, we talked about that last week. He was just heaving it up. He wasn't the same. He may have still got some yards, but he got 150 yards right there in the last 2 or 3
Right.
drives. But so yeah, most definitely.
I mean, yeah, I think our defense can definitely win the game. The key is, and I think I said this 2 weeks ago, we need our offense to keep the defense off the field. And we struggled with that in the first half against Tennessee and improved that greatly in the second half. But we need to get that time of possession right so our defense is on the field the whole time. If they're not just out there like over 70% of the game, they can get rested enough that they can shut it down. We just can't have a bunch of 3 and outs where the defense makes a good stop, but 2 minutes later they're back on the field. So as long as our offense can help keep the defense off, the defense can definitely win this game. And I think defense is going to be the key to win if we want to win this game.
I forgot to mention the fact that on one of the other vulnerable areas is our pre-snap penalties and our just overall penalties. I think we're rough there as well. This game, you got one of the best offenses in Alabama against one of the best defenses, but it's probably going to come down to Oklahoma's offense versus Alabama's defense. Do you agree?
Yeah, we got to have material from September and not material from October. If we material
second half material,
yeah, fourth quarter material. I mean, if we can have that, I think we have a really good chance. But if he plays scared, changing the plays with 5 seconds left on the play clock where it burns 2 timeouts, throws an interception when it absolutely is not needed, not even, just making a bad read or something like that. Scared to run the ball. That's what he did, ever since he hurt his hand. But he came through it there in Tennessee, and that's why we ended up pulling away there in the second half, which that looked like he did against Michigan, looked like he did against Auburn. And if he can do that, I don't see we won't lose another game this year.
True.
Well, I'm not going to say win a national championship, but I know
what you mean. Yeah, the regular season.
I agree. If Mateer looks good, if he looks like he did in that fourth quarter or pre-injury, this defense is good enough that we should win out the regular season.
Yeah.
Because our defense obviously is top tier. And when, I don't know, the Mateer second half of that just came out looking more confident, and for better or for worse, like even we saw the first 5 or 6 games, he threw interceptions, but he'd come out there slinging it again, and that's kind of how this felt in the second half of the Tennessee game. So for better or for worse, as long as he's confident and he will make plays, that paired with our defense seems unstoppable to regular season games.
I think we got to stay balanced on offense. I think we got to be able to run the football like we did against Tennessee. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but it was amazing how. Do you think this is Xavier Robinson's time? I mean, we talked about Blaylock a little bit last week, only carrying the ball one time. It looks like Robinson's got the hot hand right now. But I think if we can run the football and take that pressure off Mateer where he doesn't feel like he has to do it all himself, I think we got like you just said, I think we got a great shot. If he can still run the ball effectively like he has in the past, like especially the first few games, and he had some good runs against Tennessee, I think we got a shot to win this game. But it's going to come down to, I think, how well our offense can move the football. And I think, Kellen, you said it earlier, we can't have a whole lot of 3 and outs. We need to be able to at least take some time of possession off Alabama, keep that offense on the sidelines and be able to run the football. Easier said than done because it's being played in Alabama. If it was in Oklahoma, here in Norman, I would feel much more comfortable, even though last year I didn't think we were going to win. Clay, I think the last time we played Alabama there, I think you were at that game. Was that the last time we played there? Mm-hmm. And that was an Alabama team that was pre-Saban. I think it was Shula was the coach. Jason White was the quarterback. We did that. Didn't we do like a fake punt at one point? But I don't know how. I'm assuming it's got to be a difficult place to play because not very many people win in Alabama, especially whenever Saban was there. But I know it's a different team now, different era. But still, I think it's going to be tough to win. But I think we can do it. I think we can definitely do it. So if you were picking a dark horse X factor for us to win this game, what are you picking? What teammate? What player?
I don't know if it's dark horse, but I'd say Xavier Robinson because if what I'm reading is correct, they give up 140 rushing yards a game. They're not very good with the rush defense. So if we can establish the run early and just opens everything up for Mateer, I think that's completely game-changing, and that's also running clocks. I think he could be the key.
I should say anyone other than Mateer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
Sure.
I'm going to go with, on offense, I'm going to go Jaron Canick, because it feels like we've kind of forgot throwing him the ball. And I like those throwing across the middle. You know, we haven't had Keontae Lewis for a while. Nobody's really mentioned that much, if that's how bad that's affecting our offense and Mateer's timing, because he doesn't seem like he has a whole lot of rhythm with Giovanni Gibson. He looks like a big stud receiver, but he catches 1 or 2 passes a game. So I don't know what the deal is if Lewis is ever going to come back in the game, but he hadn't come back since he ran into the wall that time. And so I'm going to say Canick. On defense, I'm going to say R. Mason Thomas, just because I haven't heard anything if where his status is on his health and his leg, if he's going to be playing or not.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, it's easy. This is probably an easy for me to say, but I think Satanga, if he has a huge game, makes some big plays, he can help shift that momentum. And I just think that he can put a lot of pressure on that Alabama secondary where they're not up front trying to stop the run. Defense-wise, I like, what is it, Wine? I don't know how you say his last name. Is it Ween or Wine?
Taylor Wine.
Taylor Wine, yeah. Taylor Wine, I think he has a huge game this weekend. If R. Mason Thomas can play, that'll be huge. Again, like you just said, I haven't heard anything. I don't have any idea if he's playing or not. I'm assuming he is because we haven't heard much, but we've got to have him in this ball game. We have to. We've got to have him. But, I mean, I don't know if Torrey Blaylock will ever even see the field. I don't know. Hopefully that running game gets going this weekend for sure. One other question. What might surprise some people in this game? And what might surprise some folks across the nation, or even surprise Alabama fans, What do you look through that could surprise?
I could see us somehow finding a way this game to limit Ryan Williams, limit his involvement in this game, because I think with our 2 weeks of preparation, we're really going to try to shut that down, because he's one of the best in the country. So I think people might be surprised by what we hopefully will do to stop him.
Anybody see our surprise is keeping them under 100 yards rushing?
That would be huge. Give me some predictions. What do you predict? How's this outcome going to come?
I'm going to say Alabama 24, Oklahoma 16.
Well, I'm never going to predict Oklahoma to lose. I would think I'm thinking Oklahoma 20, Alabama 18. We win on a game-winning drive field goal.
That would be fantastic. I'd be pretty excited about something like that.
Just going to keep cutting the inches off the shorts.
No kidding. I want to say Oklahoma's gonna win. I think we have a good chance to win, but honestly, man, like in Alabama, it's going to be tough. If we play the exact same way we did against Tennessee, I think Alabama's better than Tennessee. I think it would be it'd still be a difficult game. I'm going to go 27-20 Alabama. Unfortunately, I hope we win. I want the Sooners to win, but it's just going to be tough. It is going to be tough. Let me ask you, for this next segment, it's going to be called Keep It or Cut It. So Oklahoma's defense will hold Bama to under 24 points. Keep it or cut it?
Keep it.
Keep.
I'll say cut. John
Wait,
Mateer
is this what we
throws for
want
200.
or what we think?
Huh?
Is this what we want or what we think?
What you think. Not what you want. I mean, obviously you want it, but yeah.
Just making sure.
You're good. What John Mateer throws for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Cut.
Because I don't think that will happen, right? Okay.
Alabama's running game will average over 4 yards per carry.
Cut.
Cut.
Taylor Wine records 2 sacks or more.
Keep.
Cut.
The Sooners cover the spread of a 6.5-point spread. They're currently favored to lose by 6.5.
Cut.
I don't even know what that means. Covered. What's that mean? They don't lose by 6?
Yeah, that means they wouldn't lose by 6.5.
Okay. Keep.
You're going to say cover or whatever, keep, because you think they are.
Yeah. So keep.
Sure, I guess. I don't know. That's what you would say. But yeah, I hope Oklahoma wins. It'd be huge to beat Alabama. We're ranked 11. I think we move up quite a bit. That would put us as a possibility. We keep winning out of the playoff, keeping up with the playoffs. So we'll see. I'm not sure. It's gonna be difficult. It's not easy. It is in Alabama. I think that's the big thing right there. But then again, like I said, last year, I didn't expect to see us win. I did not expect to see us win, and I think we held their offense to 3 points. I think, didn't we? Something like that. It was pretty. I don't remember. I'm trying to think, but we held them in check for the game for sure. Talk very briefly. I shouldn't even say very briefly, but the Oklahoma City Thunder. What are we, 10-1? Pretty excited about that. We got, what is it, Golden State coming in town tomorrow, and then the Lakers on Wednesday. Any thoughts to how the Thunder are going? And have you heard anything about J-Dub? I'm guessing you haven't, because I haven't heard anything either.
What I've kind of heard is it may not be till after the first of the year before he gets in, which that's what I'd said preseason. I didn't think he would be back for a while. I think, especially with them being 10-1. Just, it's amazing how many injuries we have, and that we're 10-1. And I think we played 2 or 3 teams that I think are probably going to be in the playoffs. We hadn't played the toughest teams yet. I mean, the Rockets probably going to be pretty good. I can see the Kings possibly making the playoffs, the Hawks making the playoffs.
Trailblazers probably will. They're actually looking really good.
Playing good, which shockingly. I think that's helped a little bit that we hadn't played the Nuggets, Cavs, that type of thing, those type of teams yet. But just the fact that we're 10-1, who really cares? I mean, it's hard to win every single night. Yeah. And with the amount of injuries, I mean, because Hartenstein's played great the last couple of games. Wiggins is out, looks like probably for at least maybe through Thanksgiving. And Dort's been out some. Caruso's been out some. Chet's been out some. But I think the biggest unbelievable person this surprise this season is A.J. Mitchell and how incredible he's going.
Well, that guy's fantastic, isn't he?
So, averaging like 17 points a game, and so that's really, really been huge for us with him coming off the bench. And I mean, you just can't ever stop without Shea. I mean, because he hasn't been hurt, and he's just scoring 30, 40, 50 points a game. So he's being the man.
And that one game they lost, had the lead. Was it 20, 22 points at one point?
That was the best start we'd had all season, too, compared to all these other games that come down to the wire. I don't understand. Out of all the games to lose, that's the one we lose. It's crazy.
Sure. It's frustrating. You think Shea's getting worn out, though? Because he's going to need to take a day off at some point, maybe. I say that like
It seems like
he may not want to, but go ahead.
I mean, it seems like he's getting worn out, but like half these games, he's not playing the fourth quarter, I think.
True.
I feel like there's something else going on sometimes because he's just been off. Last night, he started off, but he ended up cleaning it up. But
sure,
we'll see. He'll be fine. He's got a great supporting cast.
They rest him pretty good. I mean, yeah, the Clippers, he didn't even play the whole fourth quarter.
Gotcha. Any thoughts on the Golden State game? Is that game we're going to win?
Steph might be out, so if he's out,
if he plays or not.
Who?
He's been sick. Steph's been sick.
He'll play.
So if he doesn't play, we have no excuse. We should still beat them because they're struggling, but obviously it's the Warriors, and they know how to win. So
he will play. Guarantee.
He probably will, but it's questionable right now.
For sure. Let's move on to some NFL information. It was a crazy weekend. Dallas didn't even play, so they didn't lose. It was fantastic. They didn't lose this weekend. Buffalo looked like absolute trash. I don't know what happened there. They didn't play good at all. Again, like I've asked before, what's surprising to you so far this season? Because it's a weird season so far to me.
Still the Colts. The Chiefs are surprising. They're up and down. Everybody's acting like they might miss the playoffs. They're going to be in the playoffs. They're not going to be number one seed like they typically are, but still surprising seeing their struggles. But just there's a lot of weird stuff, like the Bills. One week they look fantastic, the next week they don't look good. The Steelers, some weeks they look really good, the other weeks they look horrible. Those are some of
the Broncos are 8-2, but they look kind of trashy for their defense. Their offense hasn't done a whole lot in several games. And they played, if you look at their schedule, they played some really bad quarterbacks. And I don't know if obviously that's probably
they're good, but they're not. 8-2 is pretty unreal. Like they're not 8-2 good. They're just won some close games. They're not a real threat in the long run, but they are good, and they're going to keep getting better. But it's not their year yet.
Broncos, and of course, they're a couple plays away from being 10-0 too. But I also think that Broncos and Buccaneers are kind of the same type of team. Can't still figure out where they are. Buccaneers got so many injuries on offense. His receivers, his running backs out, and what are they 6-3, I think, and so they're going to probably run away with that division. But so to me, the Bears are coming on. That's shocking to me. But they're playing good. The Ravens, I mean, I can't believe how much Lamar Jackson makes a difference for them. But
huge.
The way they're playing, they don't look like they're going to lose another game. But who knows?
I'll tell you, somebody who looks good is the Rams. My goodness, they're looking pretty tough too. So I wouldn't mind the Rams or the Detroit Lions. They can turn it around. I know New York fired their head coach. And Dayball was fired today. I don't know if that was the right move, but at least I think you keep them through the end of the season. That's just kind of what I think. Dallas is, let me ask you this, the trade. We got Quentin Williams. I say I'm a Dallas fan, believe it or not. Quentin Williams, and we traded away Mozzie Smith, and we traded, I think, a first-round pick. What are your thoughts on that kind of trading? I know we made a trade with Cincinnati for a linebacker who a lot of people are ripping on because of the fact that he, I guess, it was more of I think he got benched by the worst defense in the league, but from what it sounds like, he's going to help whatever, we run. I say we, the Dallas Cowboys, run. He's going to be much better for this team. Any thoughts on that? Giving up somebody like a Micah Parsons and then getting this Quentin Williams instead. I mean, it wasn't in the trade, but that's kind of how it worked out.
Well,
any thoughts?
Cowboys maybe got the worst linebacking crew, and I hate to say that because old Kenneth Murray's out there, but they're terrible linebackers, and so anybody bring out there, give it a shot. I think it's pretty obvious the Cowboys wanted to unload Micah Parsons. They wanted to get rid of him. So whether people think it was a trade or not, I don't, just from people I know that works for the Cowboy organization, nobody liked him and just didn't like the way he did things, the way he acted in the locker room, his community, everything he did. Standing player, but I think they were just ready to unload him. So I think this whole Quentin Williams thing, something like that was, because Jerry Jones says we're not done the week after the Michael Parsons trade. So he's probably been working on this for a while, and the Jets are they're just unloading their team with losing Quentin Williams and Sauce Gardner both. It's like, okay, season's over is what they just said.
Yeah, Breece Hall was wanting out of there too. I guess they couldn't get a package for him, but I guarantee you they might have. But I think they've got 5 first-round picks in the next several years, which is good for them. But the thing is, they got to do something with it. They're one of the worst organizations in all of sports, and definitely in NFL. They're one of the top probably 4 or 5 worst teams. I think Arizona's terrible. Do you think Kyler Murray's time frame with the Cardinals is about to come to an end? Because I think it is.
Probably. I really expected him to get traded before the deadline.
I did too. I was hoping.
I think he needs somewhere new. I'd love to see him go somewhere like Vegas with a few weapons and just see what he can do there.
There are people in the NFL that are telling him to go play baseball. Isn't that crazy? Telling him he needs to go play baseball.
Too late.
Maybe, but that's crazy.
Make as much money.
No. And I heard Joe Burrow came back, I guess, to practice today, looking to hopefully get around Thanksgiving, get back by Thanksgiving time frame. Thanksgiving weekend, I guess I should say. I know Kellen's pretty excited about that. He's a huge Burrow man, aren't you?
Yeah, but if they don't win a game or two between there, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah. Gannon's not a fan of
Their
the guy. Let me just say one more time. My fantasy team I think I've been doing this for 30+ years. This is the worst I've ever been, and it's frustrating because it was fun. Clay, you remember when it was fun back whenever we used to beat up on these guys when they didn't have any clue about really football. They would pick players and think they were doing good, and honestly, they weren't doing.
I remember year 1, me and Gannon in the Super Bowl together.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm just saying it was a lot easier back then, and now it's a lot harder.
You say it all you want to, dude, and your team's better than mine.
My team's garbage. I'm ready to try. I got Josh Allen. I'm ready to trade Josh Allen because I'm so bad. I'm ready to say I'm done. I'm trying to get some picks, some different players. I don't know. I've had.
You just gotta.
Kellen's had a lot of injuries. I've had injuries. Go ahead. What's that?
Just work the free agency because listen to this on my team. Malik
Neighbors.
Neighbors.
Teams. It's hard.
That's not. But I figured it out. Malik Neighbors out for the year. Brock Bowers has been out most games. Terry McLaurin out most games. Chuba Hubbard out for a few games. Then he's now the backup. Montgomery, he's just a secondary. Njoku was out for a few games, and now he's with freaking Dylan Gabriel. C.J. Stroud, concussion right now. Travis Hunter, he was cheeks anyway, but he's out for a while. Najee Harris out for the year. And look at me. I'm barely hanging on, but I'm winning.
I did things that I normally don't do. For one, I picked a quarterback extremely high because I had the first pick in the draft. Didn't want the first pick in the draft, and I picked Saquon Barkley. You know, I think he's had one or two decent weeks. He had one really good one and a couple decent. He said he hasn't been as good. Came back, then it comes back all the way back, and I'm like, I got to pick Josh Allen because he's not going to come back to me. But I picked Drake London and Josh Allen, and then something else I don't ever do. I got mad at Drake London after the week 2. I think he said, I'm dropping this guy because he didn't do anything. I hadn't done anything. I've never done that. I usually a little bit more patient about that. Kellen was in my ear going, yeah, do it. I think Kellen may have been trying to get me to get rid of him. He's like, Keenan Allen.
I told you to get Keenan Allen.
Yeah, I know. But
I thought Keenan Allen was going to be a better pickup.
Cam Scatterbo getting hurt really hurt me. Garrett Wilson's been hurt, hasn't helped me at all. I had garbage tight ends, and then Gannon makes me a trade offer, and I'm like, you know what? I stink anyway. I take the trade, and I got Kyle Pitts, who's like one of the most overhyped tight ends probably in the NFL history, who hadn't done anything for the Falcons. And I got Kellen's favorite quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, in exchange for Jordan Love, who I love Jordan Love, but I'm done, man. For you. I think I'm going to be 3-6. I think, which I've never been 3-6. I've never had a losing season in all these years I've done fantasy.
So are you saying after today?
Yeah, I'm going to get beat. There's no shot on me winning.
You're going to be 3-7.
Like 3-7. Oh, thanks for throwing salt on the wound. But yeah,
you'll be on a 5-game losing streak.
Thanks a lot, man. Thank you. Keep it up. Anything else you got to say, Kellen? My goodness, dude.
Oh, let's look at bench real quick.
You can say he's better than Clay at 2-8.
Are you going to win this week or are you losing?
I'll lose.
Do you know? Are you really?
But you put up respectable numbers. You just went up against some better numbers.
I don't look at it. Maybe that's the reason why, because I'm done. Frustrating. I mean, I think this may be the last year.
I'm tired of stressing out about this stuff. And I said, I'm just going to not care because I'm tired of getting mad and ruining my Mondays.
Well, yeah, because there's nothing I can do. So, I got friends out there who probably could do better than me. I'm picking some of these guys, and I got no clue. I'm getting mad about the daggum games I'm picking. I thought I did pretty good, and then I looked at them like, man, I missed 5 games yesterday. I didn't know that I picked New Orleans to beat Carolina. I thought I picked Carolina. So I don't know what's going on. I think I'm hitting stuff that I don't even know. I don't know. Something's going on. I think it's about time, maybe I retire and go off in the sunset. Maybe, I don't know. In fantasy, that is. I don't know. I say that every year, though.
About 10 or 11 different times.
Yeah, you probably have. You probably
every year you say it's the worst year you've ever had.
Oh, stop it. This isn't even close. This isn't even close.
I'm done. We're not done.
This is crap. Terrible. You guys.
I'm going to start kicking people out, the ones that are good.
Well, now you guys will admit this, though. 12 teams is a lot more difficult than 10.
Oh, yeah. 12 teams. I
was mad when
stinks.
you said we're going to do 12. I said, this is cheeks, man. This is cheeks.
That's fantastic. It is cheeks. All right. I got 2 questions. 2 questions for you. Ready? Or not?
Let's hear it.
Number 1. Clay, you asked this yesterday in church in our class. Is it too early to put up Christmas lights, Christmas decorations, tree, whatever? Is it too early? It is November 10th. So is it too early? Clay says
I would say
yes.
no. To me, it all depends on when Thanksgiving is. If Thanksgiving's earlier, I say you do it after Thanksgiving. But Thanksgiving is so late, nobody wants to put up Christmas lights and 4 weeks later take them all back down. That's a waste of time, and you want to enjoy it. So I say because Thanksgiving's so late, go ahead and slap them up right now.
I don't know what happened last year. We waited till I think the week of Christmas to put up the tree, which was way too long. We made a promise to Little C that it will be up. I was trying to put it up this weekend. I was wanting to put it up. Me and Kellen put up lights on the outside. Kellen got on the ladder about, I don't know, man. That was pretty high. pretty high. I don't know. I've got photos of it. I'd love to put them on here. Don't know how to do that, but I know we did that. We got them up. If you ask my dad has put Christmas decorations up 4 years. This is the first year he hasn't done it. And in probably 30, 40 years, I don't know. But I just know that he was putting them up, and he had them up before November, like Halloween. Kids would come up and there would already be Christmas stuff up. He would already have that stuff up. There was a time where he had a Christmas tree up all year long, and he decorated it. He had a Halloween tree, a Thanksgiving tree, a 4th of July tree, a Mother's Day tree. It was an Easter tree. It had all these different kind of trees at one time, and then he decided to stop doing that. But I'm just saying, I don't think it's too early. Put that Christmas tree up. Put those lights up. Our lights are on right now outside. I guarantee the neighbors are driving by and going, you know what? I want to be that guy. That guy, he's on top of things. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, so I'll only clarify. I think Christmas lights are great right now. I think the inside tree and all the stuff decorating, to me, way different because, I just can't enjoy Thanksgiving sitting around, an angel on top of the tree or something.
Is it too early for Christmas music? Turn on 104.1.
Yes. Start that the day after. So, I would love to have lights, and I'm sure these are out there. I just can't afford them. Like to put up lights and then change them, make them orangey, brown, burnt orange, that kind of some fallish colors for Thanksgiving, and then have them rotate through and then change them to whatever after Christmas. But
I'm sure they are, but I'm sure they're expensive.
So. Do what?
I'm sure they're out there, but I'm sure they are quite expensive.
Yeah,
for sure.
I just don't put them up. I got a 2-story house, and I can't reach up there, and I'm not.
I don't blame you. I'm not paying anybody to put them up either.
Nope.
Sorry, dog.
Yeah, I did it for free.
$2,000 or $3,000.
There's no shot. Now, there are people that do it, and good for them. I couldn't do it. All right, the last question I have is: name one city you've never lived in, or you would. Let me do this again. Name one city you would never live in, no matter how high your salary is.
Detroit. Pretty sure it's supposed to be really dangerous
and cold.
Philadelphia.
Why so?
That'd probably be in my top 5
Same
of
reason.
Not living in.
I like visiting Philadelphia, but man, I'm not a fan of the city.
Los Angeles, California, no chance. Los Angeles, California, no shot, no chance. I'm not living there. Don't matter how much you give me. Let me ask you this, Clay. Would you live in Philadelphia, no matter your salary, if you're getting paid $100 million a year?
I would live there for that, because then I can.
Wait, hang on. Are you saying we would only get that money if we lived there?
Yeah.
I'll live anywhere.
Is there a city, no matter what, you would not live there, no matter the salary? And I guess that's a little bit extreme, because, I think anybody's going to pay me $100 million a year.
I thought you were just saying like a nice city that we wouldn't live in even if we could afford it. But if that's the only city I can make money in, I will move wherever.
Well, and that's that'd probably be a better classification to saying that, like if you could actually truly afford it. I don't know how much it would cost. I would probably need $1 million a year in California.
Clay could fund the cleanup project for Philadelphia.
There you go.
All the stinky. Well, the Foxx Den Sports Podcast would like to thank all of our listeners for tuning in this evening and this day or whenever you're listening to our Foxx Den Sports Podcast. Make sure you are subscribing. We are getting closer and closer to 18,000 subscribers. We need that. I looked it up yesterday, I think it was yesterday, and we were at 7,000 subscribers last year. So we've gained 10,000 subscribers in 1 year. We need more. We need more people to watch this. Give us some conversation, some text, some comments, and if you agree, we got some people that didn't agree with some stuff last week with some of the things we say. And somebody said that they did not agree the fact that we had that Tennessee was one of the biggest wins of Venables, or was the biggest win of Venables. They thought Texas a couple years ago was the biggest win. Any rebuttal to that? Texas a couple years ago versus Tennessee game. I think the reason why I say Tennessee is what we're up against. Now we're in the SEC, then we were not. Plus the fact that I know he's, some heat. And I'm sure, and obviously he was getting heat back then because they wanted to beat Texas. But I just think for everything that we're going through and what he's needing, I think this was just a bigger win than that Texas game. That's just my opinion. I did never reply to that person. My apologies. But hey, the Foxx Den Sports Podcast, I'd like to thank everybody for listening. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Again, subscribe. YouTube TV. I say it every daggone week. YouTube, subscribe. Subscribe to all the other places that podcast you may listen to, whatever platform. But for Kellen the dog, Clay Bates McDonald, I am the Podfather. Everybody have a great, great week. And hopefully Oklahoma will have one more victory next time we talk. Till next time, goodbye, everybody. Boomer!
Sooner.
Thank you for listening to the Foxx Den Sports Podcast. Be sure to subscribe for free to our YouTube channel, Foxx Den Sports. And also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Foxx Den Sports and on Facebook at Foxx Den Sports Podcast. You can also email us at foxdensports@yahoo.com. This has been Foxx Den Sports.